straight off on Rowan. Defile wins.
But Just Legally Secret, brilliant in 2003.
And here they are. Chris is with us now. Good morning to you, Chris Kearns, and hello again, everyone. Yeah, a little nippy out here at Rosehill. Breeze not quite as strong as it was about an hour and a half ago. A dead track, well grassed, looks to have a beautiful pad on it. And a 3-metre rail position repeating in the ring. The favourite for the first is Native Jester from Tata Tatiana. Little late money for Garden Scene. And on the tote in New South Wales, Tata Tatiana $2.30, $3 about Native Jester and $5.60 for Garden Scene. Dame de Seal comes forward. And we'll soon see a start in the first of the day, the Centenary Institute Fox Sports Handicap, and away they go. Native Jester and Tata Tatiana both out well. She Swan Lake not far away. Dainty Deb is starting to sneak up on the inside, and a couple Dame de Seal and Garden Scene on the rails. Settling fully into stride down to the 1100, and Native Jester opens up about 2.5 lengths now on Dainty Deb. Nearly 2 lengths to Tata Tatiana, followed by She Swan Lake. Garden Scene on the fence, and Dame de Seal is last as they come round the first corner. Down the side they sweep, and Native Jester under a good hold. 1.5 lengths clear on Dainty Deb. Third about 3.5 lengths away is She Swan Lake. Tata Tatiana being pushed along by Nick Ryan, and another 2 lengths to Garden Scene. 3/4 Dame de Seal. No change in the order as they link up with the 600 marker, and Native Jester allowed just a little more rain. Opens up 2.5 Dainty Deb. 1.5 lengths She Swan Lake. Tata Tatiana hard at it. Passed by Garden Scene on the rail, and Dame de Seal is last. Around the corner, J.A. Cassidy gives Native Jester more rain, and Native Jester spread eagled them at this stage, and down to the 250 she leads about 4 lengths on She Swan Lake, followed by Dainty Deb, Garden Scene, Tata Tatiana, but it's Native Jester, a low tiring. Tata Tatiana is coming late, but all too late, and Native Jester leads throughout. Native Jester comfortably from Tata Tatiana, She Swan Lake. And then a photo for fourth on the outside, probably Dainty Deb from Garden Scene, and Absolute Dame de Seal. Absolutely donkey licked them. Number 3, Native Jester, written by Jimmy Cassidy for Nick Moratis. Going to be a big day for Timmy Martin, the trainer, and Nick. Of course, they've got Exceed and Excel in the Guineas at Caulfield a little later in the day. By Rory's Jester from Native Thriller. She's had 24 starts for 6 wins, Native Jester. He was able to control Jim, and although she got a little tired, she was much too good. Tata Tatiana, he was into her a long, long way from home. She's plugged down to the line. Tata Tatiana, carried the crown mare trained by Joe Cleary, written by Nicholas Ryan, and number 6 will be third, She Swan Lake, a mare by Green Perfume, Graham Rogers and Ronnie Stewart, and there go the numbers in fact. 3, 1, 6 and 4. Dainty Deb ran fourth. The time for the race was 1 minute 23.78. That'll stand as a class record until broken. 35.40 the sectional time, and number 3 officially 290 and 150.
Okay, Ian, that's Jimmy Cassidy saluting in the first with a set of colours which will go round as one of the fancies in the later afternoon feature. The Caulfield Guineas now New Zealand, that is the scene. A couple of minutes off a start, just not cricket. Is a firm in New South Wales. It's the total elect in New Zealand. First race on the card at Caulfield, the check of Sky ratings. And on top for the first race is the 3 Glenalton ahead of Catboy, Snip Attack and Hooter City, 3, 2, 1 and 6. On course, equal top picks. Well, Buffed is the favourite, number 10, ahead of the 1 and 3. And they're both unders on the tote. They've both been very easy in on-course betting. And outside of those, Catboy number 2 and 11 Michelin Man. Let's head down to Andrew Bensley to get the latest on the track with Ray Chandler.
Ray, a little bit of rain latter part of the week. How much overnight?
We've had 1.2 millimetres overnight, Andrew, but since then we've had another 1.2 millimetres of rain. The track is just rated dead at the moment. Penetrometer reading is 4.60, and Des Gleeson walked the track with me and he is very happy with it.
No doubt about it. How's it going to play? You've moved the rail a little bit, but really most of it's out 1 metre.
That's right, yes. It's only out 2 metres from the 900 to the 600, which is down the straight at Queen's Avenue, turning into the remainder at 1 metre. And I think it'll play very, very even today.
That's the key, isn't it? There's so many hopes here. The key, too, with horses going on right through the spring, they won't be jarring up on this track today.
That's correct. This track is very forgiving, and that's exactly the sort of track we want to kick off the Spring Carnival.
OK, Ray, they're about to go into line. New Zealand. Alf Matthews will join us to look at the parade yard.
There seems to be a lot of speed and he can race handy and finish his races off.
Brief Embrace carries 61, but has proven in the past as a weight carrier.
Yeah, she's won with 60 kilos as a 3-year-old filly, so I don't see the 61 as a problem. 3 Alley could be a concern.
Ahead of Buffed, but very wide betting race. Jalabert goes in, has the blinkers off this afternoon, just over raced in them when he had them on at Mornington last time out. And we've got 2 through the front of the gates. There's 3 in fact now. Snip Attack's gone through with Hooter City and Glen Alton. The latter 2 are well under control. Snip Attack's just gone on by about 30 or 40 metres ahead of those other 2, but Damien looks to have him under control. Here's Glen Alton about to return to the gates. He's set, the light's been turned on, they look ready now, and they're racing, and Snip Attack jumped okay, Glen Alton a little slow, Michelin Man was away very fast, Hooter City jumped just reasonably, Our Eden and Catboy both began very, very quickly indeed, as they settle fully into stride now. Catboy in the middle, Our Eden the outside, Michelin Man the rail, they're the 3, in front of Buffed, who's moved up quickly into 4th, and then Snip Attack, and they're followed closely by Absolute Truth, a length and a half to Fade, Transact, Word Has It in the pink colour between runners. 1 further back is Jalabert, being followed by Navy Shaker. A good way back, Glen Alton, Hooter City, and Warm Fuzzies on the outside, and Lego Man is last. Our Eden leads coming around the home turn by a length and a half here to Catboy. On the outside, Buffed, and Michelin Man in the black and gold right behind the leader. They're followed as they swing around the turn by Fade, who's wide out around Absolute Truth, and then Snip Attack and Transact. Our Eden led down towards the 200 from Catboy. Buffed on the outside, Michelin Man's under the whip. Transact making some ground. They haven't got to Our Eden though, and with 100 to go, he's 2 lengths in front, showing no signs of stopping. Catboy, Transact, they're running on well, but Our Eden all of the way. Our Eden wins it from either Transact or Catboy, who photo finished for the minor end, ahead of Michelin Man, Absolute Truth, and then came Buffed, who battled in the run home, and behind him was Jalabert, Navy Shaker, Lego Man, and then Warm Fuzzies, Word Has It, Fade did as his name suggested. Then Glen Alton, who never came into the race at all. Snip Attack has finished right towards the tail of the field, and Hooter City is last in. Victory for number 9, Our Eden, ridden by Mark Zara, trained by Peter Morgan. Makes it 2 out of 2 now, having made his debut at Bendigo. And he stepped out of that maiden on a heavy track to lead all of the way. Around 18:40 and 5:50 for the winner, Our Eden. Photo for the minors in the time of 1:10.21. 1:10.21. 9 at a photo finish, in which number 15 Transact Andrew Findlay grabs the 2nd place, and 3rd number 2 Catboy, ridden by Noel Callow. So it's 9:15 and 2, 9:15, 2 and 4th in the first event, going to 7 Absolute Truth. In many of the meetings here in recent times, we have seen that bias to front runners, and there's nothing to suggest out of the first race that much has changed, but you can't really go the early crow, but on first evidence, nothing that got back in the race figured at any stage, and those up on the pace really did dominate, and even the second horses come from behind the leader and switched out late. Winning margin was a length and a quarter, a short half edge, 2nd and 3rd, and time is 1:10.21 precisely in the first event. So you've got them at 9:15 and 2, 9:15 and 2, then 7 and 11. In race 2 we take out 6 Lodger and the Sylvan Australia plate at 12:40.
OK, Greg, so if you've taken your first 4s in New South Wales, as there is for all of our metropolitan venues today, number 7 has run 4th. 1:10.21 was the winning time. Look at Mark Zara with the El Moxie Galloper, proving too good in the first race on the program. Now we look ahead to New Zealand. This is the 7th race coming up. That is the scene in New Zealand. 4 minutes off. In New Zealand, Tattletale, very, very smart horse, in the black firmly. Let's take you to Rosehill Gardens. Joe McKinnon, on what I understand is also a very fresh spring day trackside.
It did start out that way, Brendan. Very windy conditions here trackside a bit earlier, but the conditions have improved markedly. The wind has dropped and the sun is shining. The track, of course, rated dead for racing here today. Well, we saw a leader win the first at Caulfield, and such was the case here in the opening race at Rosehill. A very good win to the mare, Native Jester, ridden by Jim Cassidy. For the same connections, he'll be riding a bit later Skittles, one of the more interesting horses to race here today at Rosehill. That's in race 4. Skittles, a top run in the Stanfox Stakes, finishing 4th last start. Also, race 3 sees an interesting horse go round, Pure Octane, which is appropriately named. This horse recently recorded a very impressive first up win at Hawkesbury in record time. A bit later, we'll have a quality sprint field go round. In the last, the top weight is Century Kid, and apprentice Jay Ford rides the horse today. And really, Brendan, it is a day where the young riders can come to the fore, with most of the top jockeys where you are today at Caulfield.
Indian Danehill Lowland Stakes. Set and racing now. Eternal Melody and J-Lo back a little just after the start, and Turtle Creek eased back as well. Tattletale crossed them and led from Clifton, and What Ronnie Likes pressing forward on the outside. Her Hidden Talent just behind them with Bev's Choice and Magistrate Director 3 out on those. The next Rutland Lass, Danette in the centre, Turtle Creek against the inside. J-Lo's up and around runners, and Eternal Melody was the last one as a bolter takes over. What Ronnie Likes off the back of the track. 900 metres to go in the Lowland is the leader from Tattletale, who's second. Magistrate Director is third on the outside. Then we have Clifton, who travels well fourth. Bev's Choice alongside of that. Rutland Lass, J-Lo 4 wide, improving down the back. Eternal Melody tracking into the race, and then we have Her Hidden Talent. Danette has gone back to second to last, and the last is Turtle Creek as they come around the home corner in the Indian Danehill Lowland Stakes of 2003. And Tattletale in the centre has gone up with Magistrate Director on the outside. Then we've got J-Lo, Rutland Lass looking to get into the clear. Tattletale, Walker sitting quietly. Magistrate Director a half length away. He asks her to go now. Tattletale, she finds a length. She found 2 lengths. Tattletale's dashing away with the Lowland. Have a look at her go. 4 from 4. Danette is flying the last little bit, but Tattletale to the line. Way too good. Brilliant again. Danette second, Clifton to third, I think, in front of Magistrate Director. And then we had right alongside of these runners, Rutland Lass, Her Hidden Talent, followed through then by Turtle Creek. Back behind these, Bev's Choice. J-Lo disappointed in Eternal Melody has been the last of them. A beauty, an absolute star. The owners going nuts in the grandstand here as well. $1.75 and $1.20 for the place. Big run, Danette, as to Clifton the last little bit. She's unbeaten though, the daughter of Feltart, and Defensive Lady and Michael Walker for the Rogerson Orchard stable. Terrific win.
I think we'll be hearing a lot more of that horse. Undefeated now, a Feltart galloper, Graham Rogerson's colours, and Michael Walker in the saddle. Again, shows them a clean set of heels. 1-4, third to be confirmed. Rosehill Gardens, our next port of call. Love these 2-year-old races, always a bit tricky to sort out. Let's hear what Lee Curtis has to say about the chances of Phantom Agent.
Lee, you're backing up Phantom Agent after its run in the...
The 2-year-old race. Edibles, the inside runner. 1 small step, the favourite in gate 2. Starter climbs the ladder, presses the button, and there they go. And Collate didn't jump all that quickly. Neither did the favourite 1 small step, and Jolie straight to the front from Spectre Drama, and then comes on the outside Phantom Agent, on the inside Flying a Firebird. Wider out as Rail, and then Just Necking, followed by Edibles 1 small step. Collate is second last, and Angel Star is last. Out of the back and down to the 700, and Jolie in front, a length and a half. Spectre Drama, wide Phantom Agent, Flying a Firebird on the rails, deep as Rail. And then comes Just Necking, Edibles the rails. 1 small step being hard ridden, didn't come out well. Collate second last, and Angel Star is last. Around the corner they travel in the 2-year-old, and Jolie is the leader, about a length and a half. Spectre Drama, followed by Phantom Agent, and then on the inside Flying a Firebird, and 1.5 to Just Necking. 1 small step, and Collate are very, very wide out. Collate's made ground, particularly at the 200. Jolie is the leader, Flying a Firebird, and Collate is warming up. Flying a Firebird Catbird coming at Jolie with Collate. Flying Firebird hits the front. Collate's got it though, and there's a big performance. Collate gets up to beat Flying Firebird and Jolie. Photo fourth, Phantom Agent prominent with one small step, and then Spectre Drummer, followed over on the inside next by Just Necking, and then Angel Star, second last Raoul, and Absolute was Edibles. A very, very good performance. Number 1, Collate, Brad Pengelly. Came out very ordinarily, but got home very, very stylishly indeed by Catbird. And watching Collate go down to the line on the slow-mo, I think he might well be above average by Catbird from Calfree, a Kenny Lad mare, raced by Mr. Jeff and Mrs. Beryl White, trained by Alan Denham. And Catbird, it brings back memories of the Golden Slipper, won by Catbird. Catbird's got him. Yeah, Catbird, of course. Was that the first of the Catbirds to race in Sydney? Could well have been. Anyway, here are numbers 1, 7, 8 and 3. Number 1, Collate, Brad Pengelly first.
Well, that's the Catbird's off to a flying start on the racetrack. It was only a few years ago he was winning a Golden Slipper, and now we see his progeny on the track and in devastating fashion. Eagle Farm, the Crazy John's program. Shortly Alf will join us for his late mail, but Andrew Bensley standing by with a very special guest. Race due in 5, Andrew.
Yes, John Hawkes is trackside. He's been in Melbourne all week preparing his runners for today, and well, a couple in this race.
Best tried on track and off. Burglar as second pick. They're natural front-running types of horses. Burglar, we've seen here before. He's performed well. He's been placed here. He set a course record at Cranbourne. His New Zealand run was outstanding. It's used up a little bit in that race, and he went for home a fair way out. Very strong effort that day. At his most recent run, he did look very well. Carries the colours that Solbert wore in a Cox plate. Maura Murdoch, the trainer, she's handed over the reins to David Brydake for this preparation with the horse, but I saw her there in the mounting yard. Wishing her jockey all the best, Gary Grills, when she legged him on, so she's still very much part of the scene and naturally owns the horse in partnership. Now they're all in and they're ready to go for the second on the card. All clears through there, racing at the 1400 metres, and My Jabril was the first out, immediately headed by Regal Roller and Catch Me Mate, and going on quickly on the outside. Burglar strides up into third, and then Zero Drama followed by Circumnavigating, getting up on the inside, keeping Burglar working wide at the moment. 2 lengths to No Deposit in the pink colours with the yellow cap running about 6th on the outside, and they're closely followed by the 1000 metres by over on the inside there, King's Arch in the all-white colours, and then a couple of lengths away to Wingrove, Marbine, Wonder My Jabril, trailed by Red Zone, Artistic Gem, at least 15 from the leader at the 800 metres, and Merlin's Law, Confederate Kid are the last two. Regal Roller the leader from Catch Me Mate, and on the outside Burglar in third place, and they're followed then by Circumnavigating, a half to Zero Drama. 2 lengths further back is King's Arch, and then came No Deposit, and a break at 3 lengths Wingrove, Marbine, My Jabril, and a fair break in the field to Red Zone, Confederate Kid, Artistic Gem, and Merlin's Law. Regal Roller kicked away around the home turn by 3 lengths now. Into second placing Burglar from Catch Me Mate, who's under the whip from Brown. On the outside of these is Zero Drama, but Regal Roller's gone further ahead, and this leader's out by 5 lengths now. It's a good battle for the miners. Circumnavigating getting home on the inside from Zero Drama, but Regal Roller has trotted in. Regal Roller won it by 5 lengths to Circumnavigating, ahead to Zero Drama. My Jabril did make some ground, and then Marbine. Burglar weakened after a tough run, followed further back then by Wingrove, and back behind those horses to finish in the race was King's Arch. A break then to Catch Me Mate, who tied very badly. Red Zone, No Deposit, Merlin's Law, Confederate Kid, and Artistic Gem, one of the last in. That went straight to the front under Danny Nikolic. He accelerated from them at the home turn and has won very, very easily. 12 Regal Roller will pay $18.90 and $5.30. Circumnavigating will pay $5.60. Zero Drama will pay around $7.60. Should be 12, 8 and 13. And they are now official 12, 8 and 13. And the time 1:22.74. 1:22.74. Very easy win to Regal Roller. The first 2 winners going to horses who've led all the way. He returned to the winner's stall, winning a metro race at Bendigo 2 starts ago, when he was absolutely pitchforked in at the weights on that occasion. He wore blinkers that day. Last time out, he finished down the track in the race won by Gold Class. and he weakened right out of it that day. Notice they took the blinkers off him. He still went to the front but absolutely controlled it. And, well, the evidence suggesting that right on the speed is a great advantage at the moment. 2 races down, 2 all the way leaders, and Regal Roller really accelerating clear from his rivals in the early part of the straight, and he's coasted in the last little bit and won it by about 5 lengths on the line. The official margin not quite through yet. Circumnavigating battled along all right. Zero Drama likewise. Burglar weakened late after a hard run. My Jabril did make some late ground, but it was all Regal Roller in the run home. 12, 8 and 13. There's a dead heat for 4th. That is between 2 Marbine and 15 My Jabril. So 12, 8, 13 and a dead heat between 2 and 15 on race 2.
5 minutes from now, and Dorky is the favourite. They're heading out at Rosehill Gardens. Pure Octane is the favourite. We're back with more shortly on Sky.
Line steadies, they're off. And near the inside, Devastate away quickly. Getting out smartly was Trillion Delight, who'll lead. Pure Octane third. And Terrible Taurus is running a fourth. A length, the Larceny, and a couple into I Love Cost. Mystical Lad second last as they settle down observing. And a length to Expect a Star. Trillion Delight lopes along in the lead. And down to the 1,000 marker. About a length and a half the break on Pure Octane. Third posse is taken by Devastate. 2.5 into Larceny. Inside Terrible Taurus. Just over 1-2 observing. Then Mystical Lad, I Love Coss, and To Expect a Star. Trillion Delight has a handy break coming down past the 750. Leads about 5 lengths on Pure Octane. Make it 6 now. 2 to Devastate, and then comes Larceny, followed by Observing Terrible Taurus, Mystical Lad. I Love Coss is second last, and a further 3 lengths Expect a Star. It's Trillion Delight and Jimmy Cassidy giving their supporters a thrill. And around the corner, Trillion Delight rails right up against the aluminium. 3 lengths on Pure Octane, taking ground off the leader. Then Devastate, Observing, followed then by Larceny and Mystical Lad from Terrible Taurus. Trillion Delight can hardly pick its feet up. Pure Octane is getting to it, and Pure Octane within a head. It's Pure Octane doing better than Trillion Delight, and then Observing, but Pure Octane is forging away, and this beautifully bred gelding will win it. Pure Octane nicely from Trillion Delight and Observing, and then Terrible Taurus in company with Expect a Star, Devastate, and then Larceny, I Love Cost, and last home was Mystical Lad. He was a bit too good there. Trillion Delight gave back as a bit of a thrill, but Pure Octane has been able to take it out. 2 runs back from a spell for 2 wins, and 4 starts all up for 3 out of 4. Raced by Ronnie and Rod Dufficy, Carlo La Rosa, C.R. Constanzo and D.W. Hillzinger, trained by John Hawkes and ridden by Rodney Quinn. The favourite is home at 160 and 110. Yeah, octagonal Judianne, eh? Bit of breeding there. Here are the numbers. 3 the winner. Second goes to number 5, Trillion Delight by Polar Falcon, the 7-year-old Bayer Brown gelding. Graham Begg, Jim Cassidy, and 2 Observing by Sennick, a 7-year-old bay gelding trained now by Kylie Gavenlock at Gosford Dale Spriggs. And the official 4th number was horse number 8, and that was Expect a Star. So the totes, it's the most important part of the business here, and let's read them to you.
On the 3, Fragmentation and Regrowth, both at longer odds ahead of Dorky and Beautiful Gem, 2 and 3 ahead of 1 and 6. On course, it's Dorky, the on-course favourite. From equal second picks, Windy Kate and Beautiful Gem, and Fragmentation also is an equal pick. Classy Darcy, number 11, with the services once again of Stephen Baster.
Brendan, open race with Dorky an easing favourite. Should be a very interesting battle for the lead. There's quite a few that can go forward. Fragmentation tipped to cross from wide and perhaps try and lead. Dorky led them up last time out, but she's run good races when she settles off and finishes hard. Interesting to see which way they go here. So they line in. Now Tendency's gone up, Nature's Child locked away. Sansadee is the one that's riderless, and Scott Seamer now getting back aboard. There's Dorky in the All Cerise going into the line. Here's Crown Princess getting a lead in. Hugh Bowman on board. Crown Princess ready. Should appreciate coming back to this shorter journey. Tended to over-race badly last time out here. Fragmentation, black with the gold sash, goes into the stalls. Previous one by Regal Roller by 4.5 lengths. And the first to our Eden. First 2 winners leading all the way. Windy Kate in the pink colours with the hoop sleeves. Darren Beedman on board. Coming off a couple of Group 1 performances in Brisbane in the winter. So Windy Kate is now ready. This is Make a Stand in the white with the blue crossed sashes, about to come up. Dorky holding favouritism. Windy Kate the second pick. Fragmentation is third elect. And it's pretty much the way they shape up on track, with Beautiful Gem in the mix despite being easy as well. Now there's Harley Mar going up. Feel just about ready for action now. The light's been turned on. Starter on the platform. Set for the Thoroughbred Club Stakes. Jackie has the inside. Make a Stand now locked in, so we're set to see action here. Starter holds them for the third. They look ready now, they're racing, and Make a Stand jumped okay on the outside. Dorky and Nature's Child got away quickly, and so did Beautiful Gem. Classy Darcy was away swiftly in the early stages, and Fragmentation just off them. Sansadis driving up on the inside. Windy Kate can't go at all. She's 4 lengths last, settling by the 800 metre now, and going great guns on the outside. Make a Stand driving hard to try and find the lead, but Sansadis boots up. They've run it pretty solidly, these 2 leaders, leading from Crown Princess on the inside of Nature's Child. They're followed then by Classy Darcy, Tendency, Beautiful Gem. Back behind them Dorky, and they were trailed by Jackie on the inside. Then Fragmentation coming wide from Regrowth, Harley Mar and Windy Kate. Sansadis going to lead around the home turn from Make a Stand, who's put up the white flag. Crown Princess off the rails is running on well. Nature's Child is wider out. Jackie is making ground on the inside with Harley Mar. Fragmentation is wide with Beautiful Gem. Crown Princess claims the lead at the 150 metre mark. Beautiful Gem and Harley Mar. The stablemates are coming. Crown Princess is clear though under the whip. Harley Mar's driving the outside. Crown Princess, Harley Mar. Maybe Crown Princess a photo though. Beautiful Gem I think grabbed the third from Regrowth and the weakening Sansadis. They were trailed further back in the field then by Fragmentation. Dorky never came into it. Jackie. Then Windy Kate, who's run on reasonably well. Tendency, Make a Stand, and Nature's Child back towards the end with Classy Darcy last of all. Photo finish. Stand by for numbers. And Crown Princess will get it, Hugh Bowman. Harley Mar driving and making up a lot of ground in the last few strides, but 9 gets it. Crown Princess, Hugh Bowman first. 5 second, Harley Mar, Damien Oliver second, and 6 Beautiful Gem, Brett Preble in third place. 9, 5 and 6. 9, 5 and 6 the numbers. Well, she's just scraped in there, Crown Princess. The winner, 12.10 and 3.40. Harley Mar, 3.30, and Beautiful Gem, $2.30. Might be wrong, but I can't recall Hugh Bowman having a Melbourne winner before. Perhaps I may be well mistaken. He's ridden it beautifully because they just went helter-skelter out of the barrier stall.